What's up, everybody? Today we have another Masterverse review. We're going to be taking a look at Teela, Heroic Warrior Goddess. As far as the box, it looks like we got the standard character. She does come with an additional head, some additional hands, a shield, and it looks like she's got a sword in there. So that's pretty cool. This is the second Teela that we got from the Masterverse series. The first one, I wasn't the biggest fan of, but this one right here is kind of way more reminiscent to the vintage classic style Teela, just the way that she's set up. It's not the same outfit, but it just has that feel, especially when you compare it to that first wave Teela that we got. To me, that was just kind of a disappointment. She looked more like something maybe from Star Wars, as well as Andra. Just, I don't know, they just didn't scream the Masters of the Universe to me the way that this Teela does. As far as the box, we got some really cool artwork on the side here, as well as the back. I will go ahead and put up this little bio bigger so you can pause it and you can read that on your own if you want to. It says, Teela, Warrior Goddess. Learning she had been lied to her entire life, Teela threw down her sword, rejected her title, and turned her back on her family, friends, and all of Eternia. Fate, however, has a way of returning Prince Adam's secret identity as He-Man. The same secret that shattered her trust became intertwined with her quest to save magic from disappearing from Eternia. So if you haven't seen the Revolution Masters of the Universe cartoon series, that's not going to make a whole lot of sense to you. I recommend watching it. It's a good watch. I liked all of it, so there were a couple points in the very beginning where I was kind of like, what's going on here? But if you just stick with it, it all plays out. It all makes sense. And we have some really good character development on some of the characters other than just He-Man. So I found it to be a really good show. We're going to go ahead and dive down on her, take a close-up look, and see what we got. All right, so here we have Teela pulled out of the box, looking extra good. Once you get her out of the box, you can really see the head sculpts and everything a little better than when they were behind the plastic. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look at her alternate head, the close-up version of this alternate head here. Really cool looking with the long hair. Kind of a bit of a redhead, and you know me. Always a fan of the ginger characters. So there's the additional head that comes with her. It will just pop on right where the other one is currently. And then she does come with 2 additional hands, an additional grabber, and an additional fist. She is currently having a right hand grabber and a left hand slapper, and I'll show you those in a minute when we take her shield off. But here are her additional hands, just in case that's something that she wants to use. Now, as far as these little stands go, they're just something that I 3D printed myself. Just helps her stand up on this little stand here because it does have some little rivets and things. So that's the purpose for those, and they do not come in the box with the character. The next thing we're going to do is pull her little sword out here so we can take a better look at it. And it's kind of a traditional looking sword here. Nothing too fancy about it. Kind of it looks like it might have a little bit of an upsweep to it, but I'm not sure that that's supposed to be that way. Looks to me like it's kind of sweeping up this way ever so slightly. Could just be something in the bend there, though. It looks like this was molded in this gold plastic and then just kind of painted with this metallic silver. As far as the shield goes, you can see how it goes on her arm here. It just kind of slips right over her hand, her wrist, up over her gauntlet, and it does a really good job staying in place there. Pull that off. Take a closer look at that. Another gold, molded in gold. It does have the type of strap here that I'm not the biggest fan of. However, because this is a female character and her arm is significantly smaller, this is in no danger of pulling out as far as I can tell. But when you slide this over the male character's arms, I've actually had these here pull out and it kind of just ripped this whole side off. It just doesn't fit very well. So that's my 2 cents on the shield. Then as we get into the character here, and I will put up some pictures, closer pictures of her face and stuff like that. We got some articulation going on. She can look to the left. She can look to the right. She does look down a tiny bit, and she can look up a little bit, but not a lot. As far as her arm, it seems to go up to about there. She does have the bicep swivel, as you can see here. And then if we turn her around this way, you will be able to see here that she does also have the double jointed knee that is pretty standard to Masterverse. She's got some pretty big guns too, it looks like. They kept her kind of buffed up. Then she has the diaphragm cut here in the center that allows her to hunch forward, hunch back, to the left, to the right, and we get a little bit of twist in there. Her outfit comes down over her waist, so let's see if her waist... So her waist is still separate in there, and it can still spin, as you can tell from this here. So she does have a separate waist. She does have the thigh cuts, so you can rotate her thighs, as well as the standard Masterverse double jointed knees. It feels like stiff. Oh, she ended up bending up there nice and smooth. Once we broke the plane, it's a really smooth joint, stiff but smooth. Then she does have the boot swivel, so her, well, let's pull this off for just a second. Her boot can just swivel around here like that, and then her articulation in her ankle joint, you can point her toe down, up, and then it kind of rocks back and forth, and it spins in a complete circle. I'm going to stick this little stand back on here. It just plugs right into the heels of her feet, and I found these for free on Cults 3D if anyone's interested in printing those out. So there she is. Oh, that's kind of quite the pose that you got going on there, Teela. So let's go ahead and pop this head off, and we are going to stick on the long hair head, or the hair down head, I guess. It's the same amount of hair. She's just got it up with her tiara on in the other picture. So there you can see Teela with her long hair. It's kind of pretty cool figure. I would have to say that out of all of the female figures, it's going to be a tie for me right now between her and Shadow Weaver. And I realize she does have more going on because Shadow Weaver's lower is just basically the bottom of her dress. But I'm a big fan of the Shadow Weaver figure. It's pretty cool, and I like it a lot. So I'm even going to say, as of right now, I might have to put them at a tie for my favorite female character so far. I'm going to go ahead and pull this head back off because I will be displaying mine with the more traditional Teela head. I tend to display all of my Masterverse figures the way that is the most reminiscent of the vintage way that they were set up. But let me know what you guys think of Teela. I think she's an awesome character. Really glad to have her added to the set. Put your favorite female character as well as male character down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notifications on, tell someone you love them, and have a blessed day. I'll see you next time.